So in this video, I just want to go over some of the basics regarding, like the posture, stance, grip, basic operations when it comes to rifles. And the one I'm going to be using for the example is the AR-15 M16 style rifle. And again, just a reminder, if you haven't already, please watch my Firearm Safety video. I have a link on it in all my descriptions. Definitely watch that before you handle any firearms or before you watch any of my videos. Even if you've been shooting for a while, it's always a good refresher, a good idea to just keep it fresh in the mind. So definitely watch that first if you haven't already, and then come back to this video. But basically, when it comes to rifle shooting, what you do with your body in terms of your stance and everything and posture is pretty similar to pistol shooting. For this, there are a lot of different positions to, like kneeling, prone, bench, sitting position. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to stick with the basics, shooting from offhand or standing position. So in this, your feet basically are shoulder width apart, like normal. You keep your feet angled out slightly, like you normally would. Nothing really that you have to think about. Just kind of like if I told you to stand facing me, this is how you basically stand. Keep your knees slightly bent, and I don't mean that you need to do any squats. Just don't lock your knees, So keep knees slightly bent, and at the waist you also lean forward a little bit. Or you can shoot straight up if you're more comfortable that way, but leaning forward a little bit better for controlling the recoil. And when it comes to gripping a rifle, with your firing hand, it's pretty similar to a pistol, especially if your rifle has a pistol grip. You just go ahead and get the webbing of between your thumb and your fingers and your hand on the highest part of the grip, the 3 fingers around the grip, and your trigger finger, off the trigger until you're ready to fire. So that's pretty standard. With the support hand, either grip the handguard of your firearm like this to provide you support. Where you put it is kind of up to your personal preference, where you feel comfortable. If you have any kind of vertical grips or anything like that, go ahead and use those also. I think that kind of helps you to, pull it back into your shoulder nice and tight. And it's also a kind of pretty natural support versus having your hand like this. That's a little bit more of a bend versus this feels more natural. So with that, and what you want to do with the stock, you want to bring the rifle up to your line of sight versus having it all the way down here and bending your head all the way down. You want to kind of keep your head as straight as possible. I mean, not totally straight, but like it'll be a little bit at an angle, but it's comfortable. And you bring the rifle sights up to your eyes. And I know you see that the stock is barely on my shoulder. When it comes to especially this type of rifle, the M16, AR-15, unless you're a very wimpy journalist, you won't feel the recoil on this thing. Okay, it's not going to bruise your shoulder. It's not going to give you PTSD. This thing is very, very light, like very, very light. Like I don't have any of the real bullets on me, obviously, because I won't keep any real bullets close to me for the purpose of this. But I have a snap cap, which is made to the same dimensions as the real thing, because it's supposed to load and extract the same way as the real thing. And as you can see, this bullet is very, very small. Okay, so if shooting one round from this gives you PTSD and bruises your shoulder, then definitely look for a new profession. Don't handle firearms ever. But yeah, the recoil on it is very, very light. The weight of the weapon absorbs pretty much all of it. You kind of feel like a light push on your shoulder. Like if you shoot a shotgun, let's say, like if I spend half a day shooting a shotgun, I shoot like a 12 gauge pump shotgun, a Remington 870. Shoot a couple of those, I put that down, I start shooting this, and I'm not even joking, I'm not trying to exaggerate. I started shooting this rifle and I seriously thought it was malfunctioning. I'm just like, is this thing jamming? Like, is this thing not firing? And then I look and I see it, oh, like, oh, it is firing. I just don't feel it, you know? Like, really, it's that little. That's why bringing it all the way up, even though it's only the tip of it on your shoulder, trust me, that's fine. It's not gonna hurt you this way. With a rifle that recoils a little bit more, you might want to seat it a little bit more into your shoulder, and then you could bring your head down, and even then, you're not cocking it all the way. You kind of like bang it down, and if anything, you're kind of going forward on it so that you can still keep your head pretty erect. But for this, you can do the same. Bring it. You can keep your head even more straight, and just bring the sights straight up into your eyes. And what you want to do with your elbow is keep it close to your body, like this. You know, don't do this thing. You know, you see in the movies all the time, people like this. They're running around, knocking their elbows into things, and knocking out their partners because their elbow is out, 4 feet inside of their bodies. Just keep it in your body. So, basically the side view will be like this. The front like this. You don't want to be in this view. And that's basically it.